I'm
Oh,
recording.
yes, we are recording. So let's
Yes.
go ahead and let everyone into the room.
Okay.
Hi. Welcome. Can you share? Uh, Everyone could on mute, and then we'll also mute you as well. And could go ahead and mute themselves. I want to start it here in moment. Make sure there's a sound check and everything. We are a couple of minutes on, but we make up the time. Today is going to be awesome, Dave. I want to make sure that you are in the chat as I am continuing to get a few things together as well. I see that we have people from, of course, Louisiana, because this is the Google Education Group Louisiana, but then we also have people from Texas, and who else are you all seeing there?
Argentina.
Morocco.
Oh, Argentino is back. All right. Awesome.
Morocco.
Morocco. There we go. So we definitely have people from all over the globe. We definitely appreciate you taking time to be here with us today. Uh, If you can go ahead and share that screen, Tyler. Is it sharing already?
Yes. Can everybody
Okay.
see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I see it now. Great. And so I am let's go to that second slide there. I am Lee Brazier. I am the Google Educator Group Leader for Louisiana. And we also have with us today, I'm here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I'm a full certified, I am an innovator as well as an certified administrator as well. And then I'll let Tyler introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tyler Colson. I am a Google certified trainer here, also in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I work for East Baton Rouge Parish School System. So I'm still in the classroom. I have a dual role, like as a tech facilitator slash teacher. And I'm also a GEG Louisiana captain.
All right. Today, I see that some people are just issues. It's really just my connection because I have so much happening that it's just kind of slowing my connection down. We've had some issues in the area, but I do want to take a moment because we have had so many things happening here in the country of the States of America to take a moment of silence for those of you who are not familiar with everything that has been happening. We have had a number of African American males. Oh, let me turn my off because some people are saying I'm bad. So I'm gonna try to turn the video off. See if that helps. But I did want to, so hopefully that does help. Um, And so in America, we have had a number of incidents with African American males and with police brutality and being killed by the police here in our country. And we are familiar with Mr. Floyd. But then again, just the other day, we had another incident for Richard Brooks in Atlanta. And so I do want to I do want to take a moment of silence for that. So we'll take just. All right. I am going to now, since it doesn't seem to be that's helping, I'm going to turn it over to Tyler. Of course.
Okay. Thanks, Lily. So, like in GEG Louisiana, we always want to address what's going on around the country. And I just want to take a moment to recognize the Supreme Court victory for protection for rights for LGBTQ plus individuals in the workplace. And this really resonates home to me because I identify as a lesbian. And just last month, I was involved in a contract with a school here in Baton Rouge to help them do some education as far as training their teachers, and they rescinded that contract with me because I'm a lesbian. So that really hurt. Like, I was in the car crying and everything, but I realized, like, that's not somebody I want to work with if they can't respect that about me. And I know that I'm not the first, and I won't be the last that has happened to. But hopefully, with the Supreme Court victory, that it happens fewer than it normally would. So just want to shout out to the Supreme Court and recognize that if anybody wants to connect, or I'm doing probably two webinars per month about supporting LGBTQ students and peers in K-12 schools. Like, let me know, we can connect. Okay, so now I'm fangirling out because I really want to introduce to you guys, like, somebody who has been an inspiration to me. She doesn't know that I've been on her website, like, combing through Dr. Desiree Alexander, who will be talking today about fast hacks using Google for productivity. So I don't know, I just, as a Black woman in the ed tech world, is not, you really don't find people who are doing this. And she's just, if you can check out her article, her interview with ISTE, check it out. I retweeted it. It has been tweeted from GEG Louisiana, like ISTE tweeted it. She's just an inspiration, and I could just go on and on all day about how, like, amazing she is. But I'm gonna shut up now and stop sharing my screen so she can talk. But you can take it away, Desiree.
Thank you so much, Tyler. I'm like, I don't even know what to say after that. I'm like, we're good. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for that. That was such a great introduction. And like I told her when I logged on, she's like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because I know her from Twitter. I'm like, yay, we're both fangirling. So what we're going to do now, guys, just to make sure that it's clear for everyone, we're going to make sure that everyone is muted. So if you can go ahead and mute yourself. We're going to make sure everyone is muted. I think you're fine with being on camera. I don't know. I know sometimes it does take a little bit more bandwidth if people are on camera, but I think you're fine being on camera as long as you can hear me okay. So if you can't hear me, I cannot hear you. Okay, I think that may be on your end, Brenda, but can everyone else hear me? Or maybe not, Brenda? Maybe I'm not hearable right now. I don't know. It looks like no one else is saying. Okay, so Brenda, I think that may be on your end. Sorry about that. If you leave and come back in, that may help. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen because we want to get this party started, guys. We don't need that. Share. All right, and I'm actually gonna turn off all my cameras. Okay, so hello everybody. Thank you for being here. I was about to say a Saturday. Do days even matter anymore? On a Tuesday, I think at 11 a.m. Central Time. This is Fast Hacks Using Google for Productivity. So this is a fast-paced course. And it's one of my favorites just because I get to be like, look what I learned about this. Look what I learned about this. And you put in the chat, guys, that you have a tip as well. If anybody has ever been to one of my sessions, you know that we learn from each other, right? I've learned so many tips from teaching this class where somebody in the audience is like, hey, what about this? And I'm like, what? So then I start teaching it and spreading the love. So that's what we're doing today. On Twitter, I'm at Educator Alex. On all other social media, I'm Educator Alexander. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but and this is for, of course, GEG Louisiana. So if you're going to tweet or Facebook it and whatever, all that other social media, make sure to tag me either at Educator Alex on Twitter or at Educator Alexander on everything else. My website is educatoralexander.com. There's a lot of freebies there. I do webinars, all this stuff you can sign up for. A lot of stuff for free, some stuff not. But you can also sign up for my monthly newsletter that I send out. So I know you're sitting there like, well, who are you, sweetie? I'm Dr. Desiree Alexander. I'm the Regional Director of North Louisiana for a nonprofit called APEL, and I'm the founder CEO of Educator Alexander Consulting. And what that kind of boils down to is I train teachers, I teach teachers, I educate leaders. This is what I do. This is my passion. I have been about, I think, like 19 years in education now. Started as a middle school English teacher, high school English teacher, middle school librarian, high school librarian, and then instructional technology supervisor on the district level. So that's kind of my life. How you doing? I'm all googly, I'm all Microsoft-y, more googly than Microsoft-y. But and there you go. This is how you can contact me. I'm really ready to hop into this. But this is how you contact me. Sometimes I forget to even give this information because I just hop into the training. So we're gonna hop into the training. At the end, I'm not sure if Wiley and Tyler have an evaluation, but I will give you a link where you can go and put a comment on my website if you so wish. And of course, if you tweet, tag me and GEG Louisiana, and that's the link I'll give you later with the big hashtag in the middle of the screen. Just act like you didn't see that. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started because I'm like ready to jump in. All right, so the whole purpose of this class is all about productivity and all about organizing yourself using Google. So we're gonna kind of stick to Google tools, even though you can kind of go to other tools that may do the same thing, but this is about Google, so we're gonna stick to Google. And I'm going to be going to different tools like Calendar, Drive, and just showing you little stuff. Some of the stuff you're going to know already, some of the stuff you may not. And that's what we're doing for our hour and a half together. I'm going to pull up the chat. Tyler or Wiley, whoever's monitoring the chat, you can interrupt me with questions. So if someone, because I'm not going to be able, like my chat is over here. If you wonder, like, she's checking email while she's training. I'm not. I am. No, I'm not, seriously. But so over here, I have my chat. So I'll be looking at the chat as much as I can. But interrupt me with questions. I'm fine with that. I'd rather answer your question while you have it on your brain than wait till the end. All right. Go ahead and type okay in the chat if you are ready to go. Like you're ready for some hacks. Oh, I'm seeing okays. I'm seeing I'm seeing okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Let's get to hacking. All right, let's go. All right. So first tip our first product I'm going to show you tips for is Google Drive. Uh-oh. Question? No? Okay. So is Google Drive. So Mingy, please, I have an interview at 2. Okay. So okay. So Google Drive, a lot of us use it every day. I want to show you a couple of tricks to, number 1, organizing yourself, and number 2, being a little bit more productive. So the first step I want to show you is OCR. Again, some of this you may know, some of it you may not. So OCR is called Optical, like your eye, Optical Character Recognition. And while we are going to be going fairly quickly through these guys, if you need me to repeat, please put it in the chat, okay? I never mind repeating myself and things like that. So with OCR, Optical Character Recognition, what that does is it will allow Google to type words from an image for you. What you saying now? I said it allows Google to type words from an image for you. You can't get more productive than that, right? So if I have a handout or anything like that, and I want this handout to be electronic, I'm going to take a picture of it, throw it in Google Drive, and do what I'm about to show you. You can also find a picture online, like literally, if you can take a picture of it and it has text on it, it's going to work. It does not work with anything pictorial. It does not work with charts and graphs, math problems. I know my redheaded stepchild when it comes to technology is math. It doesn't work too well with math problems, but everything else, text, is going to work. The one trick is you have to make sure that your images are PNG or JPEG. Those are the normal images, you know, the normal file types. But if you have a newer iPhone, some of the, well, all of the newer iPhones are taking a new file type. So you want to turn that off. And if you want to know how to turn that off, just remind me at the end. I do not mind showing you that. Okay. But turn that new file type off so you don't have to worry about that. So JPEG and PNG, and I think we have some mics turned on, JPEG and PNG, go ahead and throw it in your Google Drive. So this is not a Google Drive basics. I'm not going to go through like all the basics, but you know, come to new and upload the picture, however you get pictures. Upload your picture into Google Drive. So I have 3 examples right here. So my first example is an example of a handout, right? I have this test. I need to use it electronically, especially during distance learning, but I don't feel like typing all this again, right? Then I have a picture of some handwritten notes, and I know some of you are thinking right now, wait, hold on. Oh, I'm seeing some ways I can use this and my students can use this. So I have some handwritten notes that some are in cursive, some are scratched out, right? And then I have a picture of a flyer. So I was at one of my Louisiana schools and I took a picture of this flyer. So let's see, and I didn't know if this one would work because it has that picture behind it and these lines on it, but let's see how it works and let's see how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my picture, step number 1. Step number 2 is I'm going to right click on the picture and go to open with Google Docs. So you see that this is a PNG. Right click on the picture, open with Google Docs. Desiree, what do I have to download? Nothing. Desiree, what extension do I need? None. Okay, that's all you have to do. It's already part of Google Drive. Right click on it, open with Google Docs. So I'm gonna go to the second one and just go ahead and start this, open with Google Docs. And I'm gonna go to the third one and start this. Oh, right click, open with Google Docs. And let's see how it works. So I'm gonna give this about a second. Dance break. Okay, so I have my picture here at the top. So I can click on this picture and I can delete it. I can leave it there. It's really up to you. It just puts the picture there at the top for you. So if I scroll down, I will see that it typed all of the words for me. And somebody's mind is blown right now. Like you're like, my life has just begun today. Okay, so it typed all of the words from here for me. Now you see how the lines are missing? Anything pictorial will not go over. So the lines are missing, but all the words are here. So all I have to do is format this. Like I can highlight it, make all the words black, stuff like that. I can come here like this is answer A. I can just press enter, answer B, enter, answer C and D. Like all I have to do is format it, but it's here. I don't have to type it. Dancing in the streets. Okay, so this is the second one. These are my handwritten notes. So you notice that it typed all the handwritten notes for me. Google Forms, go to Google Drive, then Google Forms, type title. I think this person was writing question and then she scratched it out. So we got questo. So Google even goes under the scratch outs and tries to find it. So we have our handwritten notes here. And then the flyer that I wasn't quite sure if it would work, worked just fine. It even tried to keep some of the colors. So there you go. This is the entire flyer right down to her contact information here at the bottom. So this is the entire flyer here for me. And that is OCR. Any questions about OCR before we move on to other Google? Ah, I see. What? Yay! This can also be done with Google Keep. Yep, not a lot of people know Google Keep, so I'll if we get to that, I'll show you that today as well. All right, I'm seeing some yeses, some amens, mind blown, holy cannoli. Oh yay! Okay, I'm seeing some good stuff. Okay, good. OCR again, repeat. All right. Do I need to repeat, Denise? Or are you saying this is a repeat for your knowledge? Oh, yes. I was like, all right, Denise, attitude. Yeah, I can repeat it. I was like, sorry. What does O plus 4? I'm not sure of your question, Della. Oh, OCR is optical, like your eye. Optical character recognition. Optical character recognition. And guys, I do want to let you know too that on my YouTube channel, I have videos for some of this. And I think Wiley and Tyler are recording this. You'll be able to get this again too. But like I have a video under my 5-minute tips about how to do OCR. So just very, very, like right here. There you go. So just very, very quickly, OCR, upload the picture, right? Upload the picture to your Google Drive. Right click on the picture, because if you double click and you come here to open with, Google Docs is not there. And I think somebody needs to mute. We may want to make it where they can't unmute, and that'll kind of solve that. So right click on it, open with Google Docs. Literally, that's all you have to do. Bring the picture, make sure the picture is PNG or JPEG, bring it into Google Drive, right click, open with Google Docs, and it will do it for you. Okay. Any other questions? Love your YouTube channel. Yay, thank you. No attitude, no attitude. Just kidding, Denise. Time saving tool. Yes. Okay. So let's stick with Google Drive. Oh, questions?
None that I can see so far.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
love it. We love it.
Yay. Okay. So a couple of other like tips and tricks to organize yourself with Google Drive. If you have your Google Drive and it's just nothing but files, just like files, you need to organize. It's easier to organize in the beginning when you first start using Google Drive, of course. But if you just need to take, 30 minutes every day to just move some stuff into folders, it's going to be more beneficial later, I promise you, when you can find stuff quicker. Okay, so with Google Drive, I do suggest folders for everything. So make sure that you're using your folders. To create a folder, you're going to come here to the new button, the big new button, and you're going to just simply click on folder and name your folder. So some things you can do with the name of your folder to help you organize it in the way you want it organized is to use the number system. So if I come over here and I put 01 dash, this folder is going to be at the top of my list because, of course, Google puts it in alphabetical order. But if I put numbers in front of it, it's going to be in the order that I want it to be in so I can find it quicker. Another thing you can do, if you're using a newer Windows machine or Chrome machine, I don't know about Mac, I'm sure you can do it on Mac too, is in this little place right here where I'm typing. If I right click in there, I have an emoji button. On my older computer, my older baby over here, that button is missing. So I'm thinking it's just on the newer machines, okay? Because this is my 97 baby. I've been having her forever and a day. So it's not on that one. But she's going to put them back up again. Oh, my YouTube channel. Kathleen, remind me at the end. I can show you. It's on my website, educatoralexander.com, but I can show you.
And Audra just added the link too. So thank you for that, Audra.
Thank you. I'll pay you later. Okay, so you see emoji. So I can come here and click on emoji, and I can make this a little bit more visual for myself. So for example, if I have budget folders, I could put like little dollar signs. If I have lesson plan folders, I want to put a sad face, that kind of stuff. So you can come here and find whatever you're looking for, and it just, again, makes it a little bit more visually pleasing so you can find stuff faster. So I'm going to put like this and this, just for an example, and hit create. So now you see how this visual, like my eyes directly go there before it even goes to the word. So again, we want to be more productive and get to stuff quicker, so that may help. Another thing you can use to help is if you right click and you hit add to starred, that's going to put it under this starred label. So if I come here, anything that I start will be there, and that's the only things that are there. So if you're working on an assignment or you're working on a project that you need to get to quickly every day, go ahead and star it. And if you star it, you can just come to start and it'll be there for you. Do not star your whole Google Drive folder. Somebody did that. They're like, I like the star. I'm like, sweetie, stop it. Okay, so do not like the star and star your whole Google Drive folder. But then when you want to unstar it, you just simply come here and remove from start. Just a couple of things to help you out when you are organizing yourself. Another thing is, especially if you have a lot of files already in your Google Drive and you need to move them, what a lot of us do is we'll come here, we'll like take one file, or we may highlight multiple files, and we'll go, and we'll find the folder. And if it has to go into a subfolder, we have to move it in the folder and then go into the folder and move it in the subfolder. There's an easier way for you to be more productive. And that's using this little arrow right here. Now, I know I'm going quickly, y'all let me know. On the Windows computer, type the Windows symbol. Okay, gotcha, yeah. But if, like again, if you don't see that little emojis button, you probably don't have it. So, like I said, on my other computer, I don't have it. So you see the little arrow right here? So if I click on this little arrow, what it's going to do is it's going to show me all the folders I have in my Google Drive. The reason it does that is to make it easier for you to move files into. So now if I come here and I highlight a bunch of files, look at this classroom folder right here. Just keep your eyes on that. If I come here and drag it, notice what it does. So if I hover over, it's going to show me all my subfolders. So now it makes it easier for me not only to drop it in a folder, but also to drop it in a subfolder. Okay, so that's a nice little tip if you're organized, especially if you're organizing a bunch, for you to get all that stuff in folders and make it easier for you to find. Okay, any questions about Drive tips?
So there are some people that can't find the emojis. So there is a Chrome extension. There are multiple actually, yes, that allows you to do it. I just put in the chat that I'm allergic to everything Apple. I can't be in the Apple Store. I'll break out. So I always use the extension for my emojis.
Yes. So Emoji Keyboard is the one that I use. So it does the same thing. Again, if you don't see the emoji button, it could be like an older computer. I don't know, or it needs an update or something like that. But you can use the any of the emoji extensions. So I use Emoji Keyboard and it will do the same thing. So let me show you. So if I come here to folder and I'm titling my folder and I click on Emoji Keyboard and I want to click on him, you see he's there now. So same difference. Yep, very good. Thank you, Tyler. So yeah, but there's several different, mine is just called Emoji Keyboard, emojis for Chrome. But yeah, and it's on my mind-blowing Google extension list on my website. So you see all these extensions. So I teach all these extensions. So there you go. Any questions? And we are going to go through some extensions today as well.
There's a question about on the iPad. Can we do this on the iPad? What is the shortcut? I'm assuming.
I don't know about iPad. Apps are always different.
Right.
Yeah, apps are going to be different. If you go through the Chrome app and do this, I still don't think you're going to get it because I think it's a Windows thing. And I don't know, as far as I've been told, you can't use extensions on, you may be able to use extensions on Android, but not Apple. I know you can't use it on Apple, but I've been told you can use it on Android. I only had Android for like a couple of months and I can't do it. All right, so any other questions? That was an expensive year in the life of Desiree. I'll just tell you that. Going back and forth between these super expensive phones was not a good year. All right, so I'm gonna show you one more thing with folders and then we're gonna move on. And that's color coordinating them. So you see how I have my delete and I have my little emoji. If I right click on this, I can also go to change color and I can change the color of the folder. So if you want to put like all your budget folders in green or your lesson plan folders in red, you can do that. What I've been asked, which I think is an amazing idea, is that no, you cannot filter by color. That would be awesome. Like if you said, just let me see all the red folders, that would be amazing. But we can't do that just yet, but you can color coordinate them. Okay, questions, or we're gonna move on to Google Slides.
I think we're ready to move on.
All right, we're gonna move on to Google Slides. There's like 1,000,001, oh my goodness, Google Slides. People sleep on Google Slides a lot. Don't sleep on Google Slides. Google Slides does a lot of awesome things, but just for time's sake, I'm only gonna show you a couple dealing with productivity. But I do have a lot of YouTube videos about like making a, what do you call that? Making a Jeopardy game and making like interactive handouts and all this cool stuff you can do with slides. We just, of course, don't have the time to go deep into slides, but I do want to show you a couple of things with slides. So the first thing I want to show you is called Slides Carnival. And a lot of us know Slides Carnival, some of us don't. So what Slides Carnival is it's a third-party website. It's not Google. It's a completely separate website where you can get presentations. So, you know, just like with PowerPoint, we get tired of seeing the same presentations come through, right? So you can come here and get some really cool presentations. This one, they just added, this one is like a Jeopardy game that's already set up for you. I was like, go Slides Carnival. But there's a lot of different ones on here. So you can choose by color, or you can choose like formal, inspirational, creative, all that good stuff. Let's choose yellow. Why? I don't know. We're just gonna choose yellow or not. There we go, yellow templates. Okay, so then when you find one that you want to use, you just simply click it. You scroll down and you look at the different layouts. That's one of the things I appreciate more than like the colors and stuff. I appreciate the different layouts that it gives me. So I could just like put a picture here, put my name, and that's a really unique introduction slide, not like the ones we see over and over and over again. So they give you some really nice, to see all these things, all I have to do is go and change the words. So it gives you some really nice layouts. Also at the end, they always have the layouts that have like this, like an iPad, you can put your picture in it, or a laptop or a phone. So they always give you that, and you can just upload your picture into it. So you can actually download this for PowerPoint, or you can use it for Google Slides. So when you're using it for Google Slides, you would just click use as Google Slides theme. It is free. Everything I'm showing you is free. Yes, 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 yes. And then you'll click use template. And what it's going to do is it's going to download this template into your Google Drive so you can use it as you want to. Okay, so it's going to pull it up for me and say, hey, you ready to use it? If I'm not ready to use it, I can just exit off. It's going to be saved under this title in my Google Drive. And one of the newer things that you can do with Google Drive is you can actually import. So if I come back here and I go to theme, I can actually import a theme now into a slideshow that already exists. So I can come here and import theme and just import it from my Google Drive, like import theme, and then choose the one from my Google Drive, and you'll import that theme into my already existing slideshow. We couldn't do that before, but we can now. Okay, questions about that? Okay, I'm seeing some resources get shared. I'm loving it. So I'm going to go to the present button. So I'm going to come here to the present button. One thing oh gosh. Okay. I teach too many different. Right, okay. Don't know what that was. We're gonna move on. All right. So if I come here to present, one of my favorite tools on the Google slide, you can actually do this on PowerPoint. It is a little bit better on PowerPoint, and I'll tell you why, is closed caption. So it's easier on slides, better on Microsoft. But if I come here to close caption, you see this little CC on that toolbar. If you leave your mouse alone, that toolbar is going to go away. So all you have to do is move your mouse around and the toolbar will come back. But if I click on closed caption, what it's going to do is as I'm talking, it's going to type the words that I'm saying on my screen. Really good for, of course, distance learning, but also really good for students who are sitting there in my classroom, right? So they can actually see the words that I'm saying on the screen. It also works really well for those students who talk a little low and we're sitting there listening to their presentation and we have no clue what they're saying, and everybody's kind of shaking their head, but we still really don't know what they're saying, right? So it kind of works really well for that too, as long as you put them a little close to the laptop or whatever you're using that has a mic. So there you go. And you see that it does pretty well. I haven't slowed my speech at all. Now, you know, if you talk like you're from South Louisiana, you're talking like Korean, bang, talking on Cajun and Creole, it may take a little bit more time and may not know what I'm saying. It did good. Look at that. Go. All right. So other things you can do with closed caption is I can come here to the little arrow, to the little carrot is what they're called now, I guess. And I can change it from the top or the bottom. So I'm gonna put it at the top. Maybe it's easier for my students to see at the top of my screen. I can also make it bigger. So this is medium, which is usually the default, but I can come here and this is the largest that it can be. So questions I always get is, can it do it in a different language? No. Does it save the transcript? No. But you can use an extension like Screencastify to record your screen. Put this up, turn on closed caption. So it's recording your screen, it's recording your voice, and it's recording those words. App smashing. All right, so Screencastify. So I'm gonna put this back at the bottom. I'm gonna put it back on medium. Okay. Any questions about that?
So some people wanted you to repeat or clarify. So just recap, it is in presentation mode and it's one of those options in present mode.
Yep. So you have to come here to present mode. And then on the toolbar should automatically pop up. You'll see closed captions. Now, if you don't see closed captions, 10 out of 10, you are not in Google Chrome. Google works best with Google Chrome. You don't have to use Google Chrome, but it's best. So if you're on Internet Explorer, you are not going to see that, or Firefox or whatever else million that you may be on, it's not going to show the closed caption button. But you just click that and it starts. Now, the first time you do it, a box is going to pop up at the top that says allow microphone. Okay. So this helps you be more productive. It helps to reach your students more. You don't have to, you know, go and try to type out all your closed captions and stuff like that. So just get her done. One click of a button. Questions? Oh, you're very welcome, guys. Hey, I'm hitting myself in the face. I'm so happy. Please show me how to do voice recording. I didn't show you that, but Screencastify is an extension where you can record your, you can actually record your voice or your screen, because you can actually strip your voice from the recording and do like a podcast or audio instructions and things like that. Do the closed caption save? Okay, 2 questions. No, they're not in a different language. No, the closed captions do not save. That's why I gave you that tip about Screencastify. The reason why I said Microsoft is a little bit better is because Microsoft does do different languages. So I can say, I'm speaking English, type it out in Spanish, and it'll do that for me. So it is a little bit more advanced, I'll say, but you have to download something to get that on your PowerPoint. So this one is a little bit easier. It's just like, click the button and you're there, where that one, you do have to download something only one time, and then you can use it. Okay, PowerPoint will do other languages. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so I have to, anytime you're talking about language, it's Microsoft. I'm sorry, Google. Yeah, anytime you're talking about different languages and stuff like that. There's like a million other things I can show you in PowerPoint. Where's my time? Yeah, we're gonna move on. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop. There's so much stuff. But I'm gonna move on. Let me tell you one more thing. There's so much stuff, guys. One is about making a copy of something. And again, this is all about productivity. So if I wanted to, let's say, make a copy of this picture, you know, we would usually like right click, make a copy, right click, paste, or you'll use your keyboard shortcuts like Control C for copy and then Control V for paste. You really can just do it that simply. What magic did she just do? Well, I just did this right here. what magic did she just do? I used my control button, the CTRL on my keyboard. I just hit control and then I just dragged it. Again, just being a little bit more productive. Control and just drag. That's all you gotta do. And you can do that with words or whatever. So just a little tip. There's so much like real other ones that I want to show you, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to move on from Google Slides and we're going to go to Google Docs. I'm just gonna open up a brand new Google Doc. So we're gonna go to Google Docs. If you want to know how to make like a slideshow that automatically plays with music and things, like I have a YouTube video for that, a whole bunch of that kind of stuff on YouTube. Okay, so Google Docs, some of the things I like to show people just very quickly to help them use it better and be more productive with it. So one is voice typing. So if I come here to tools and I go to voice typing, it's going to have a nice little microphone come up for me. You can put this in different languages. So you see where I put English. Well, I didn't put English is the default. You can come here and choose different languages. So if I was talking in Spanish, I would say I'm talking in Spanish. The first time you click this, that box is going to come up to say allow microphone. You have to click allow. But the cool thing about this is as you're talking, it's going to type the words for you. So not only will this help you be more productive, but sometimes your students as well, especially if they have any kind of hand problems or, you know, most of us do better with speaking rather than typing. So it can help for those kind of things. One of the things I like about it is that they have to go back and edit it. Because of course, this is not going to be perfect, right? So they're going to have to go back and read through it and edit it. If you already knew about this, make sure you know about the different languages and also make sure you know that they can use punctuation. So if they want to say the man went to the store, period, he bought milk, comma, eggs, comma, and bread, exclamation point. Why did he do this? Question mark. I have no clue, period. New paragraph. And then you can just keep going. The thing that doesn't, I like how I did this like I was Harry Potter, new paragraph. But the thing that doesn't work too well is enter, new line. So enter and new line don't work too well. They're supposed to just go right to the next line. But new paragraph usually works pretty well, even if you even if you say it as you don't have to wait for it to stop. New paragraph. Or not. You can just make a liar of me. That's fine too. But there you go. So that's voice typing, one of the tools that can make you again a little bit more productive. Another thing I want to show you is about fonts. So I have people who like to take the Word documents and transfer it into Google. And one of the things that they hate is that they lose a lot of their specialty fonts. And one of the main reasons for that is because you don't have that font turned on in Google. So let me show you how to do that so you can, again, be a little bit more productive. So when you come here to fonts, where you see like Arial, so I'm going to come here to the little arrow. Two things with fonts. One is you see how some of the fonts have a little arrow? Under that little arrow, that's how you can actually make it like bold, black, extra bold, where in Microsoft, they list them out separately. And in Google, they just list it one time and you go to the arrow to get the different types. Second thing with fonts is we're going to come right here to more fonts. So if we come up here to more fonts, I'm going to click that. And all the fonts that are not checked are usually not showing up in my list for me to use them. So you see how many fonts we have. It also shows you the list of fonts that you have right now that you can exit off. If you know you're never going to use that font, you can get it off. But notice as soon as it gets to the bottom of the list, it keeps going. It pops back up. So there's a lot of fonts on here, guys, that we are not using. And you may say, well, why can't they just make them all? I don't work for Google. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But there's a lot of fonts here. And that's one of my complaints that I get a lot for Google Docs is that it doesn't have as many fonts. I think last thing with Docs is page setup. So another complaint that I get a whole bunch is that you can't format the page as much as you can in Word. And again, not true. You just have to know where to find it. So under File, I'm going to scroll down to the second to last button called Page Setup. I think I'll stop for questions, guys. So Page Setup. This is where you can come and do landscape, fix your margins, have a different color on the background. And this is where you can come and do legal size paper and things like that. So I just like to make sure we know this so we can use it. Okay, any questions for anything that I've shown you? Drive?
There's a question about the fonts. How did you get to the advanced fonts again?
Okay, come up here to the font that you see. And then the first button, more fonts. And we just skip, our eyes just skip right over that. So more fonts, and they're all here. And you just come and click it, and then click OK. Questions?
So somebody's asking about a newsletter. Where would you do a newsletter?
If you're talking about Google, I wouldn't. I mean, you can do Google Docs or you can do slides, honestly. But I would do my newsletter in either like S'more or Canva or like I do my newsletter in S'more. Or what's the monkey that I used to use?
I use Canva, so.
Yeah, Canva. That's I'm like I really wouldn't use Google for a newsletter, to be completely honest. Wakelet.
Oh, MailChimp or PicMonkey, is that?
MailChimp. So MailChimp, S'more, Canva, Wakelet. I would use those for newsletters versus Google, to be completely honest with you. Me too, Della. Questions? I make one in slide. Yeah, I would. Slides can do a lot, guys. So if I was going to do one, I probably wouldn't use Docs. I would probably use slides. Yes to Wakelet for newsletter. Yes. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
I can answer the question about the recording. We are recording this. It will be on the GEG Louisiana website. So just give us like a few days. It will be uploaded, and all of our previous sessions are on the GEG Louisiana website. And Wakelet, I mean, do you want to talk? People are asking about that.
About Wakelet?
Yes.
So Wakelet is an awesome tool and company. I really like to support companies that are good to educators, and they're like Flipgrid, Wakelet, they're good to educators. So Wakelet.com is a curation tool. Curation. I feel like I didn't say that right. A curation tool. So it helps you hold stuff. Like it helps you put everything in one place. So if you have a whole bunch of links or a whole bunch of links and videos and all this stuff, and you want to kind of have them in one place and be organized, that's Wakelet. It is a free tool. I don't know if Wakelet even has a pay site. I should know that, sorry. But I know it's definitely a free tool because I use the free version. Yeah, so you can make newsletters. Like we make the digital equity PLN for ISTE's newsletter in Wakelet. So yeah, use it for different things.
And I suggest you guys follow the hashtags with Wakelet. I discovered it this summer with Not at ISTE 19. Well, not this summer, last summer, I had FOMO. So if, you know, FYI, if there's like a conference that you want to go to, but you're a public school teacher like me, you don't have any money, definitely follow hashtags and look for Wakelet collections with that the resources around that conference, because like I felt like I was there with Wakelet.
Yep. So this is a Wakelet that I use for like social on my comments page. Like if people are like, I don't know if I should hire her. I try to keep up with, I do a horrible job with social media with updating this Wakelet, but I just put all the tweets that talk about me as a presenter on this Wakelet. So this is what a Wakelet looks like. Like you kind of scroll down. So it kind of looks like a newsletter. kind of thing. So, so just to show you an example of one. I think I'll go to Keep too, since we're kind of on this path. Something you said, oh, money for conferences. I will say that if you are a Louisiana educator, if you're an educator in Louisiana, my nonprofit that I work for, APAL, we do have a $500 scholarship to send you to professional development, and you do not have to be a member of us to apply for that. So definitely, I mean, check that out. You really don't, I mean, being a member helps on the rubric, but you don't have to be a member to apply, but it is only for Louisiana educators. And that's, I forgot our website, appleeducators.org. So you can learn about scholarships and grants. And you could be a member of other organizations and all that. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Google Keep. Oh, yay, some people got Apple scholarships. Apply. All right, so Google Keep is, honestly, most people use the app and they don't use the website version of Google Keep, but it is an app. Google Keep is one of those tools that Google comes out with that really is a game changer, especially for education. It's a game changer for communication. So what Google Keep does, and since we're kind of talking about Wakelet, I just skipped some stuff and went straight to Keep. So anytime you want to keep stuff and you want to create like a list of anything, you can use Google Keep for that. Now the magic to Google Keep is not the list part, because I mean, you can do that on your Notes app, right? There's a million apps you can Padlet and all this that you can keep lists on. But I'm gonna show you kind of the magic of Keep. So if I come here and I want to take a note, and I'm gonna come here and put the title. Most, especially if you're on the school campus and you're gonna do a Keep every day, the title is usually the date. So I don't know what today is. I'm just gonna put we started on the 15th, so I guess it's the 16th. I can count. Yay. All right, so I'm gonna take notes, like I need to talk to Johnny today. Oh, just act like that's what that is. Talk to Johnny. I need to talk to Miss Smith. I need to handle budget, you know, whatever my list is, right? The magic to Google Keep are these little buttons down here. So the first button is the remind me button. So you can click that and say, hey, remind me at this time about this list. So it really can become a reminder thing, especially if you don't want to put it on your calendar. It becomes a reminder system. One of the things I like is pick a place. So using your GPS, I can say as soon as I get to the front of my school building, go off and remind me about this list I need to do. So you can also use a place. Collaborators. This is where it goes into another level versus, like, let's say your Notes app, right? Because I can add collaborators. So I've had students use this for like group projects. I've had teachers use it for like the 6th grade team, the English team, whatever. They use it to communicate. And I've had administrator and teacher leaders use it to communicate with each other. The cool thing about this is if we use this, then if I can't get to something, but you can get to it, just scratch it off the list. Like, you don't have to come and tell me you did it. You don't have to email me that you did it. You don't have to text me that you did it, unless you just want the star, right? Here, gold star for you for doing your job. Yay. But you can just scratch it off the list. So the next time I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, thank goodness she did that. And I can move on to the next one, okay? It really makes you more productive and be about business. So I can add collaborators to this. I'm not. You can change the color, which is not really a big whoop. You only got a certain amount of colors. You can add images. So I've even had custodial workers start using this. And when they're walking around, they're taking pictures of stuff that needs to be fixed. And that Keep is connected to that administration. And so we're all seeing this in real time. I'm game changer. It really is. And I don't know, like when it first came out, it was like, keep. And then it kind of died out. And I don't know why, but keep is here to stay. Spread the love of Keep. So you can archive it. It kind of works like Gmail, okay, which we'll talk a little bit about. But I know everybody's not using Gmail, but you can archive it. You have your hot dogs, the 3 dots right here. You can do different different things to it, but I'm just going to show check boxes. So if I do check boxes, now it looks like an actual check off list, where if I do something, I can just come check it off, and you see how it put a line through and it put it down here under completed. And if I don't, you know, so just awesome to just have this on your phone as you're walking around and doing stuff. You have your pin, which pins it to the top of your screen. You see where this says pinned? I'm not going to pin it. I'm just going to like click close. And now my list is right here. It auto saves, so you don't have to worry about like, oh no, my computer went off. And that's how you use Keep. Pretty simple tool, but pretty game changing if you want to use it, especially with other people. Questions about Keep? I use it for my grocery list. Yeah. And I had someone, I showed it to them before the school year ended in Louisiana, and they started using it with their children with chores. Like they were like, nope, these are all the things you need to do. This is all the things you need to do. Get it done, scratch it off. I was like, go ahead, love it. So definitely you can use it for personal stuff as well. Can you show how Keep can put pictures in the doc and make text? So what do you mean? Do you mean OCR? That's on the app. Is that what you're talking about, Patty? I don't even know if you could do OCR on the computer. I know you could do it on the app, but I don't think you can do it on the computer one. Let's see though, let's see. Let me add an image. Maybe you can if you have text. Oh gosh. The question is, do I have an image of text? I want baby group. And this is how you can add an image, but it's not text. But if this has text in it, let's see, I don't know if OCRs, oh, here you go, grab image text. So you can do it on the computer. I never tried to do it on the computer, but that's OCR in Google Keep, grab image text. So just add the picture, grab image text, and it will grab the image text for you. You can also put it into Google Docs by just saying copy to Google Docs. You can do that with your regular notes too. I can come here and copy to Google Docs. So you can go through Keep to do OCR as well. Thank you, Patty. I have to leave. Oh, you're welcome. All right, any questions so far with anything I've shown you? Okay, so we're gonna mosey on to Google Calendar, and I'm gonna show you appointment slots. So this is going to help you in the classroom if you're doing live teaching, and definitely for distance learning, okay? And that's appointment slots. So if you want people to sign up for an appointment with you or sign up for an appointment for something, you can use appointment slots on Google Calendar. You have to use your school account to use appointment slots. They are not for personal accounts. Okay, so if you don't see appointment slots, 9 times out of 10, you're logged into a personal account. So what I usually do for my appointment slots is I create a calendar specifically for appointment slots. You really, I guess, don't have to do that. I just like to make things, again, organized and simple. So I'm going to come and create a calendar using appointment slots. For appointment slots. So I went to Google Calendar, and I'm going to come here where it says other calendars right here on the side. And I'm going to hit the plus sign. And I'm going to create a new calendar. And I have a video for this as well. So I'm going to call mine appointment slots with a bunch of S's because I already have like 50 of them called appointment slots, I'm sure. And I'm going to hit create calendar. I'm going to give it a second. It'll tell me right down here when the calendar is created. Yay! And that's it. Honestly, that's the hardest part of appointment slots. So I've created my calendar to put all my appointment slots on. I'm ready to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and create the appointment slots. So I'm going to single click on, let's say I want to put them on the 18th. That's fine. So single click. And I have appointment slots. Again, you're not going to see this unless you're using your school account. So I'm going to click on appointment slots. I'm going to title my appointment slots. Let's say meeting with Dr. A. I can choose the date and time. So even if I clicked on the wrong date, it doesn't matter. You can come here and choose the date and time. So I'm going to actually put this on, let's say the 17th, and I'm going to start it at 9 a.m. and I'm going to end it. You see how it gives you the hours, which I appreciate. I'm going to do 3 hours of appointments. So I'm going to end it at noon. How long do you want each appointment? I'm going to leave it at 30 minutes per appointment. That's fine. Because then if we end a little early, that gives me time to breathe before my next one. So I'm going to say 30 minutes. What calendar do you want to put it on? Well, I want to put it on my appointment slots calendar. Hit save. So notice on my calendar, it blocked out a block of time. So it's saying, hey, this time could be taken from you in the future, right? So I've made my calendar, I've made my appointment slots. Now I need to send the link to my parents, to my students, to whoever I want to sign up. You can put the link on your website, you can send it out through email, however you get stuff to people. So to get the link for my appointment slots, I'm going to come here and click on this box. And I'm going to go to appointment page for this calendar. So I already made the box, click on the box, and then click on go to appointment page for this calendar. That's it. This is my appointment page. I can come here and send this monstrous link off to people or put it on my website. Personally, I would do a bit.ly, B-I-T-L-Y, to shorten my link, right? But this is what parents will see to sign up for your appointment slots. Parents or whoever's signing up for your appointment slots must have a Google account and must be signed in to the Google account. They must have a Google account and they must be signed in to the Google account. They don't have to have a school Google account, but they have to have a Google account. And so what some of my schools do is when they want to start using appointment slots, if they don't know if their parents have Google accounts, they'll tell the parent to use the student's Google account to sign up. Okay, so now I'm a parent. The teacher is done. The educator is done. You've done everything you needed to do. You're just waiting for people to sign up. As a parent, as a student, as a whoever who's signing up, I'm going to come here and say, okay, what time do I want? 9:30 to 10, yeah, 10 to 10:30. I can do that. So I'm going to click here. Notice it has my name already in it because I'm signed into my Google account. You can even tell them, I've seen some schools say like, put your child's name on the side so I can know like who you're coming to talk about. What you want to warn them against is not putting a description. Leave the description blank. Or when you are first setting up your appointment slots, you can choose what's in the description as well. But I'm just going to say, I want to talk about my drinking problem. And you'll see why I say don't put personal stuff in the description. So I'm going to hit save. I'm done as a parent. I'm going to move on, right? So another parent is trying to sign up. Notice that this is missing, right? But if I refresh, like I'm a new parent coming to this screen, notice the other parents, whoever you're sending this to, can see who signed up for that spot. And if I click on it, I can see what they want to talk about. Don't put anything in the description. Make that very clear to whoever's signing up. Or just put something generic, like I need to talk about Tom. That's all I need to know, okay? Because they can see it, it becomes public. And then the next person can sign up and the next person can sign up. Ooh. Question? Thank you. So on the teacher side, you see that I see that somebody signed up, and I can kind of click on this and see, oh, Educator Alexander signed up about Tom, right? And that's it. Just leave it open. Let people sign up for appointments, and they'll all be here when they sign up. It just makes it easier, so you don't have to get the emails like, I want to sign up for 10. Oh, somebody just took 10. Well, what about 10:30? Oh, 10:30 is open. Oh, wait, no, somebody just took 10:30. And it's a headache, right? So just do it this way and you're hands off and letting people sign up for stuff. It goes directly on your Google Calendar. It'll remind you and all that kind of stuff. And the only other thing I want to show you with this is if you ever want to delete the appointment slots. And what I mean by that is if I told my people to sign up by June 16th by 3 p.m., sign up by 3 p.m. It's after 3 p.m. I may want to take those appointment slots away because I need to schedule my day tomorrow, right? So to take the appointment slots away from them, all you do is come back to the box, right click on it and delete it. Now don't delete the actual appointment, okay? But right click on the box, delete it, and then all the appointments that are already signed up are still already signed up. You don't have to worry about that. And the appointment slots, when that parent comes at 3:05 because she's late, those appointment slots are gone. Sorry for you, I told you to sign up by 3. Questions about appointment slots? Love this tip, yay! Any questions about appointment slots? All right. Hearing and seeing none, we are going to move on.
Quick question about time zone changes. Does the time zone have any use since Google automatically changes the time for me?
Nope. The only reason Google gives you a time zone button is for people like me who travel a whole bunch. I'm trying to double click. Okay. For people like me that travel a whole bunch, like I already told Google that my time zone is central, but if I'm scheduling something and I know that I'm going to be in California at that time, then I want to come and change it to Pacific. So that's the only reason why you would ever need to click on time zone is if you know you are going to be in a different time zone and you're trying to put stuff on your calendar. Beyond that, no, Google automatically changes the time zone depending on when I told Google my time zone would be.
Okay, wait, I have a personal question.
Okay.
So my phone will automatically change to that time zone. So it wouldn't change that automatically? Oh, that sucks.
Not on the Google Calendar.
Right.
Now your like internal phone calendar may, but your Google Calendar won't, because I've been late to stuff, so I know that doesn't happen.
Oh man.
But, yeah, but your internal calendar may, like the calendar that goes with Apple may change it, but not your Google Calendar. On your Google Calendar, you said 10 o'clock Central, it's going to stay 10 o'clock Central.
Oh, thank you for that, because I did not know that.
Yes, I've been late turning stuff in and all kind of stuff. Does the time zone have, oh, I think that's what I did. Okay, what would it do if you link your Google Calendar to your phone? That I don't know, Julie. I'm never gonna lie to you and answer a question I don't know. But my Google Calendar is linked to my phone calendar and it still didn't do it. But I don't wanna say that that's true for everybody because I don't use my calendar really. I'm still a paper and pencil planner kind of gal, even though I teach all this. So I'm not gonna answer that and lie to you. Any questions? Oh, did she clap for paper and pencil planner? Yes, we're still out here. Yeah, I gotta have my paper and pencil planner. I have night sweats about losing my planner, and I'm not even kidding. It's a condition. Okay, so any questions about that before we move on? Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do with Chrome. Chrome is one of those products that I always giggle about because people never want to come to a Chrome class. Like if you say, hey, I'm going to teach you Chrome, they're like, I already know how to use Chrome. I search every day. And it's one of those things where like by the end, they're like, I didn't know you could do so much with Chrome. Like, I know. I wouldn't teach it if everybody knew everything. So I'm going to show you just a couple of tips and tricks. Again, you may know them, you may not, with just Google Chrome itself. So the first thing I want to show you is with searching. So most of us know by now that you don't have to go to google.com to search. And if you're still doing that, stop going to google.com to search. this is your search bar. The Omnibox is your search bar. But the Omnibox can also do multiple things. So you can like do just a regular search, like for cat or whatever. You can also come here and get a calculator, and it does more things than 1 + 1. Like you could put parentheses and all that kind of stuff, and it'll do it for you. You can do a money converter, like 5 USD to pesos, and you'll have your money converter. You can like choose what money. One of the things my teachers really love is the timer. So if I come here and say 5-minute timer, it'll just get my timer and start. That's one of the things I like, is that it starts for me. So I can just hit enter and walk away and my timer is started. Now, because we all have our favorite timers to use in the classroom, but when you just need like nitty gritty, I just need 3 minutes on the clock. That's a really nice productive tip. You can also make it bigger. You can turn off the sound. You can also make it a stopwatch if you want to. You can also come up here and do conversions. So if I want to do like 5 tablespoons to cups, you'll do those kind of conversions. You have volume, area, length, all this kind of stuff that it can do for time. My time zone people, and that kind of stuff. But you can, oh, it's not time. I think there is time zone somewhere on there, but there you go. So you have all those kind of things you can do. You can even play around with Pac-Man. Okay, so if you're like, I just want some I just need a little brain break. Just type in Pac-Man, and there you go. You can just start playing. Play today, but there you go. So it can do a whole bunch of stuff for you. But I want to go back to just searching for something like cat, dog, right? So doing a search, you really want to start playing with these 2 buttons right here, the settings and the tools, because they can help you search quicker. One of the things I have a lot of my teachers doing is they'll search for PowerPoints, right? Why do I need to create it if somebody has already created it, right? So if I was coming here and I was searching for, let's say, World War II, and I wanted a PowerPoint in World War II to see if I don't have to create it when I'm teaching it, most people will put World War II PowerPoint, right? And then about the first 5 will be PowerPoints, and then it just starts getting into stuff that you don't, it's like, I don't want that, I want it a PowerPoint. To make sure that all of your results come back the way you want them to come back, you can come here to Settings and go to Advanced Search. So Settings, Advanced Search. So if I come here to Advanced Search, you have all kind of stuff here, but I'm just going to go down to File Type. File Type, I can choose PowerPoint and hit Search. And now every single one of these is a downloadable PowerPoint. Every single result is I'm on page 6 right now, and it's a PowerPoint. Okay, so that's how you can make sure that you're actually getting what you want to get from your search. If you don't want to go to Advanced Search, instead of just typing World War II PowerPoint, you can actually type File Type : File Type : and then DOC, PPT, PDF, whatever file type you want. So again, just making you a little bit more productive, right? When you're searching. And I think somebody needs to be muted. You can also come here to Tools, and you can change it to when the information has been updated. So if I'm looking for World War II, but I'm actually looking for some current information about World War II, then I can say only show me websites that have been published within the past month, which is none. Oh, that's because I have PowerPoint. Okay, so now this is current information that is coming out about that topic. So just a couple of little, like these 2 little buttons that are always sitting there, but can help you when you're searching for something. Now I'm going to search for an image. So I'm just going to search for cat and click on images. Most of us know to do that, right? Search, click on images, you see all the images. I'm going to go to Tools, And I want a transparent image. So I want the image where the background, you know, you get that big country white background. We don't want that big country white box around it. Okay, so I'm going to come to Tools. I'm going to go to Color, Tools, Color, and I'm going to choose Transparent. So now either all or most of these pictures are transparent. So if I click on this with all the kitties on it, you see how it has this checkerboard behind it? That's telling me that this is a transparent image. So all you're going to see are the cats. You're not going to see the big country white box around it. Really easy way to make sure that you get a bunch of pictures that are transparent instead of typing in cat transparent and then just searching, right? You still, every one you click, every other one, you still have the big white country box around it, right? So, so that's again just an easier way to search and be more productive and get what you really want. And I have past month. I don't want past month, just anytime. Another thing you can do for this is really for everybody. It's not, I used to say it was for teachers of littles, but now it's for everybody. I'm gonna go back to any color. So if I go to type, I can choose like clip art, GIF. That's the moving GIF. I'm not about to fight with you on that. But line drawing, if you come to line drawing, it looks like coloring sheets. So a really easy way to get coloring sheets, like you can put Minnie and Mickey and all that stuff in there and just go to Tools, any type, line drawing, and just a nice, easy way to get coloring sheets. And now we have like adult coloring sheets and all that. So, and just another tip when it comes to pictures, when you want to copy and paste or download the picture, never do it from the thumbnail right here. Okay, always click on it, open it up here, and then you can, you know, copy the image or save it. Never do it from the little thumbnail. I'm gonna stop right here just for a second before we get to some tab management. Any questions? And there are other things I can show you, but I'm just trying to show you.
A lot of questions about copyright and usage rights, like how do you make sure you, there we go.
Usage rights. So you have usage rights right here, and you have 4 different ones you can choose from. Non-commercial use, non-commercial use or modification, commercial use, and commercial use and modification. So the difference between these is non-commercial reuse is saying, I want to use this picture, but I'm not going to use it like in the general public. I'm going to use it for something personal or use it with my students kind of thing. I'm not going to use it where I'm making money off of it or anything like that. With modification means I may want to take your picture and put my name at the top of it. Well, that's a modification. So you would want to say non-commercial with modification. And then you have just, hey, I just want to reuse it. I may want to put it on a flyer for a paid event. I just want to reuse it, or I want to reuse it and modify it. Now, when you do these, of course, a lot of the cute pictures go away. And it's not because people haven't given you rights to use it. It's because they didn't label it as I gave you rights to use it. So if they didn't specifically say like people can use this picture, then it's not going to show up under these. So that's something you want to think about. There are other places too to find pictures that are copyright free. What is one of my favorites? Oh, the name is escaping me. I use the Noun Project a lot. I use the Noun Project. There's also an add-on for Google Slides for the Noun Project. I'm trying to get where's my toolbar? Not back in silly toolbar. What is the one that I haven't used it in a while, as you can see. Oh, I just got it. Pixabay. So Pixabay is one that I use all the time when I'm doing like flyers and stuff like that, because it's really nice pictures and they're all copyright free. You can create an account or not. It's again free, but really, really nice pictures that you can use and modify and all that good stuff. So I love Pixabay. I use that. I use it a lot when I'm using pictures. So there are other places to get really nice pictures too for free. Nope, wrong account. Go away. Okay, any other questions? Okay, with our last time, and I'm gonna show you a couple of tab management and bookmark management. And it's just like, there's so much more. Like this can be an all day. We have sheets, we have forms, we have classes, there's so much more. But you know, I never have enough time to show you everything, but we see some stuff. So with tab management, a couple of things you can do with your tabs, and I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly, is so I'm here, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go, let's say here. So I have my tabs. Let's say I get out of a tab by mistake. So I click this X by mistake. Oops. Quick way to get it back, besides the keyboard shortcut, is you can just right click on anywhere that doesn't have a tab open. Right click and go to reopen close tab. You can also hit Control Shift T. So reopen close tab, you can actually keep reopening, and it's gonna keep reopening all the closed tabs that you've done. Another thing you can do with tabs, if I know I'm going to be working on a tab a lot, I usually pin it. So if I right click on a tab and I hit pin, you see how the tab went all the way to the left and you don't see an X on it, right? That's because it makes it a little bit safer for you. So I can't even exit this out by mistake. I would have to right click on it and unpin the tab in order to close it. I can also, like if I mistakenly get out of the internet, oh no, and I come back, my pin tabs will be there waiting on me. Now, when you pin a tab, it pins to that device. It does not pin to your account. So if I go to another device, that pin tab will not show up. But what I can do to make sure that I have my pin tabs from device to device is I can right click and say bookmark all the tabs I have open right now. So if I bookmark all tabs, I'm just going to keep it to say new folder. You can change all that. Now all the tabs that I have open are bookmarked. And now whatever device I go to, I'll see this folder right here and I'll see all of the bookmark tabs. I can also right click and delete that. Right click and unpin. Another thing that is really helpful for educators is when I was in the classroom, anything that got my students' attention off the lesson, like we're gone for about 5 minutes before I can get them back, right? So when you go to a website and that song starts playing, it can just completely throw them off. So if you go to like YouTube and all these other Yahoo, where you're trying to get to the story, but the music starts playing, you can actually right click on the tab and mute the site. So that means every time I go to that site, it's going to automatically be muted. And then if I want to unmute it, I just right click and unmute it. So I do that to YouTube and stuff. So even when I'm training and the video plays and my heart jumps a little bit, I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about it because I already muted that site. The whole site is muted. And if I ever want the music to play, I just have to remember to come and unmute it. When we're dealing with bookmarks, most of us know that we can, I guess this is already bookmarked. Let me go. That's already bookmarked too, but whatever. So most of us know that we can come here to the star, like go to the website first, come to the star and put it on your bookmark tab, right? Well, we also know that our bookmark, I said bookmark tab, bookmark bar. I was like, that's not right. Our bookmark bar runs out of space. So I see a lot of people with these long bookmarks and then you have that little arrow at the end and all your bookmarks. That makes no sense. If you have to use 5 minutes to look for your bookmarks, why are they bookmarked? You could just search for the website if that's the case. So to save space on your bookmark bar, 2 things. One is when you are saving your bookmark, if you just delete the name and leave nothing there, you'll only get the little icon. So if the icon makes sense to you, like I know this is Educator Alexander's icon. So if I see that, I know where that's bringing me. I don't need the words Educator Alexander on the side of it. Another thing is when I'm helping my teachers organize, I tell them that on your bookmark bar, the only icons I should see are ones that you go to every single day. Everything else can be in a folder. So if you right click on your bookmark bar, you can add a folder, call it whatever you want to call it. And then if you want to put folders in folders, you right click on that, add a folder, call that, and you can go folder in folder in folder as much as you want to. On my personal account, you'll see I'm like the queen of bookmarks. I believe in my bookmarks. But then I have all bookmarks from like stuff throughout my life here, because I never know when I may want to use it again. But I will tell you that it's easy for me to get to. Okay, so I know exactly if I go to ed tech companies, what ed tech companies I work with, and I have them all here. So it just makes it easier for you to get to. Once you know how to like right click and do that folder, it's not a big deal to do it. Did I close the internet? I don't know. I guess I did. So that's just some tips for making your bookmarks a little bit more productive. And what I'll do at this point is I'll take questions, because I know we're right about at time. So I'll take questions. I will put this up and remove the big templates or everything. So this is where you can come to please leave a comment. You know what? Let me get off of here. I'm gonna put it in the chat box as well. But what questions do I have while I'm going to get that link? Hopefully you learned something, y'all. At least one thing. And on here, you can do a video comment, but you can actually just scroll down and do a written comment right here, if you don't mind. Good, bad, or ugly. Hopefully not. There's no reason to be ugly, people. There's no reason to be ugly. But good or bad. There you go. I'm gonna put it in the chat box. Any questions? Oh, yay! Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Is my internet okay now? Can you hear me okay, Desiree?
Yes, much better, much better.
Much better. I know. These old devices. So everyone give Desiree a round of applause here. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you so much, Desiree. Awesome as always there. That's why I wanted to make sure we had you on. I am going to share my screen here now. There we go. And screen 2. Let's do that. Okay, can everyone see my screen now? You should be able to see it. Awesome. So again, thank you, Desiree, for today. That was like super awesome. We do have some more professional development opportunities that are coming about as well. And so we're going to drop some of those into the chat. And so one other thing that we have for you is that, at the beginning of the session, we did a moment of silence for everything that's happening. And we also want to make sure that we provide opportunities for everyone to get educated as well regarding social issues and just exposure, really. And part of it is, and Donna, the link for the recording is going to be on the website. And Tyler, if you could drop that link in there, that'll be awesome. And so part of it is we have there's this web page that has a variety of books that aren't, picture books for kids that aren't necessarily just about boycotts and buses and basketball. And so I'm going to put that link in there for you as well, that you can access some just to expose younger kids. In addition, there's also this talk that is happening, this conversation panel that is happening today, this afternoon at I think about 4:30, but the link to register is there as well. And then, and you know what? I'll put that link I'll put that link there as well, just so everyone can be able to click and get to it. And then the last link that the last opportunity that I want to share with you is another one. If you are trying to expose more kids to computer science skills and everything, then you have the opportunity to be able to register for some free computer science training that I'll be facilitating there. And so that link is there for you. Actually, I have one that's happening there at 4 o'clock. Okay. So next up, that's taking me there. All right. So next up, we have some additional things that are happening. We have a couple of more awesome presenters. Another good friend of mine, George, is going to be blessing us with a session on leveraging YouTube for distance learning. And, you will not want to miss that. Just as awesome as Desiree was today, he's going to be awesome as well. Then I'll be doing another doing a session on preventing summer slide with asynchronous learning. So all of those you can register on the website. A couple of more that are coming up are working together to support our students with Sarah Keifer, and she's awesome as well. And then we'll have Jessica Williams doing something for starting a newscast and helping you to get a newscast started. And then a couple of more, Martine Brown will be doing, I don't know why the title is not there, but we'll make sure we get that together. He's going to be doing some things to support technology coordinators. And then Georgia is going to give us another session on Zero to Artists with Google Drawings. And then we have Fred, who's going to help us ride the Wakelet wave. And so Desiree discussed Wakelet earlier today. She gave you a little sample of it, and Fred is going to go very deep into that specific tool. And then, of course, if you are participating and you want to, you have something that hasn't been covered that you want to share, please feel free to go to geglouisiana.com and submit that there. Two last things here. Again, I'm going to go forward here. What's going on here? All right, there we are. Okay, so I'm going to put the link to the certificate. So if you are here today, you get a certificate there. You get a link to the certificate. I don't know why it's not there. And boy, since I moved that, I am having some major issues. All right, so I'm gonna put that there. There it is. Nope, that's not it. HTTP, and that's bit.ly/GEGLA certificate. All right, and so I'm gonna talk. I missed the letter there. And so it's not going, Tyler or Desiree, could y'all put that in there?
I'm about to put it in there.
And keyboard, I'm having just some issues here. All right, so you can sign in there and you can get a certificate. Thank you so much for today's session. As well, if you have any questions or anything, my contact information, my email address is there as well. You can get a free ebook on Google Voice that I'll drop that in there. Or you know what, whenever you fill out your certificate, we'll be able to send that to you, that link to you there. Again, Desiree, thank you so much. And this is our last slide here today. Tyler, thank you for being here and through my technical difficulties. Thank you. I appreciate your support as well. And so again, thank everyone for attending. You can go there to see past recordings on our website, GEG